What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Happy Saturday afternoon. Y'all ready? I'm bringing you on. We have Face.
There I go. There it is.
There it is. How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday afternoon, weekend before Thanksgiving and all that good stuff to y'all.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Echo real? Wait. What?
Thank you.
Well, that's what happened when you live in a mansion and stuff.
Y'all are so funny.
Hey, you know what?
You get all that echoing going on.
Yeah, that was so
Hey,
funny.
everybody coming in. How you guys doing? Good afternoon. So, speaking of the weekend before Thanksgiving, like, what are you guys' Thanksgiving plans? Are they different than what they normally would be with the Rona, or is it all the same? Or what we doing? What's going on?
What's up, Face?
Like, what did that meme say? The meme said, "I don't know what I'm wearing to the living room for Thanksgiving. I might not even go."
Okay.
Like that's where I'm at.
Listen, I feel you on that. I mean, my Thanksgiving has pretty much been reduced to the same people that I've been looking at for the last 8 months. Like, every celebration has been limited to my mama, my daddy, my sister, her boyfriend, and the baby, and me. Like, it's just been us 6 since March. So that's who Thanksgiving is going to be with. So we normally, my mom and her 2 sisters and the families and stuff, that's normally who Thanksgiving is. And, the grandparents, when they were still here, unfortunately, all the grandparents are deceased. And, that's who it has been. But this Christmas is just the 6 of us. So, Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that. You guys, please, anybody in the audience, if you don't travel, like, the CDC is asking, begging, pleading. We know it's tiresome and monotonous and all of those things that we've all been going through. But please, if you can, if it is at all avoidable, just stay home. Thanksgiving, it'll be all right. I was telling my students this week, we were just sort of having a temperature check conversation. And I said, listen, I get it. But hopefully, because we were talking about Thanksgiving as well. I said, but hopefully next Thanksgiving, we'll be able to look back on this and reminisce, laugh, be back amongst our families, and all that good stuff. So,
I spent my travel budget on the anniversary trip.
You know what?
That's it.
That's it. Well, I have not traveled. I mean, I've done like road trips, but I haven't been on a plane. I've had 2 trips that I've had to cancel that I'm supposed to be flying. Oh Lord.
Hey, classic.
What's up, Don Juan?
Not much. What's up, Mink?
Hey, Don Juan, how are you?
All right.
I mean, I am at his house, so it had.
I know you. Well, I knew when you told me you were at his house that we were going to see him, so I'm not even worried about that. I'm surprised it took this long for him to pop up. Actually,
I'm not even gonna lie. When you said you were traveling, I thought you were coming back home. I didn't know you were heading to your brother's house.
I was being respectful.
He was. And thank you.
I ain't said nothing.
Okay.
I haven't said a word. Congratulations on the new addition to the family, Don Juan. I saw it on Instagram.
Thank you.
Don Juan has a new puppy, y'all.
And I didn't even want to pick, but I'm like, why if he was nervous around Stormy, and Stormy wasn't but like.
I don't know why anybody was nervous around Stormy.
Look, any dog I don't.
Oh, hey sis, what's up, Abby?
Hey, Abby.
Abby.
You need to get to know a dog first.
But Stormy.
But understand this: had that dog bit me, I would have bit her ass back.
Violence.
I'm sorry.
What breed of dog did y'all get?
Pit bull.
Okay.
So you were scared of Stormy.
I wasn't scared. I was cautious.
And for those who don't know, Stormy was my mom's dog. She was a Westie. She's a little white Westie. If you need a visual reference, the dog on the front of the Caesar dog food commercial, that's a Westie.
I'm always cautious around dogs because
and Stormy was about 22 years old.
That's what I was just getting ready. I was going to add that to it. Like, let's not make it seem like Stormy was a young puppy jumping around.
Stormy, take a deep breath before she barks.
basically just wanted us to.
All
Right.
I'm just saying is,
Basically, Stormy wanted us to just leave it alone. Like,
not
it was-
though.
so anyway, y'all. So
Carry
I
on.
was talking to my people earlier this week, and I had found this map, and they were talking about like most common side dishes based on region for Thanksgiving. And take a guess as to what the Maryland, DC, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, I think it went all the way down to Georgia. It was the same side dish for those states. Take a wild guess what you think the most popular side dish for Thanksgiving dinner was for our area.
Macaroni and cheese.
Banana pudding.
Or tater salad.
Tater salad.
I am so against potato salad on
What the
Thanksgiving.
hell is having potato salad at Thanksgiving?
I don't know. Look.
Banana pudding.
Look, you bring potato salad to my house for Thanksgiving, I'm gonna go upstairs through the attic and throw that shit.
Right. That is a cookout side dish. That is not a Thanksgiving side dish.
Thank
What do
you.
I know? I don't know.
And banana pudding is a dessert. It is not a side dish.
It's my side dish.
Oh,
At dinner,
I noticed your best friend. Go over there.
anyway, Mink was correct though. It's macaroni and cheese. Mink was correct. And let's be clear. We all know that if the wrong person makes the macaroni and cheese for Thanksgiving dinner, it's a problem. It's a whole situation.
All I know is the macaroni and cheese better be macaroni and cheese.
my
Nothing else better pop out of there. No peas, no extra beans, no nothing else.
No raisin.
Macaroni and cheese. That's what people call.
mine is cheese and macaroni. When I used to like make it was 6 pounds of cheese to 1 pound of
That's
macaroni.
brown water. This is my Deer Park remix.
What's up, P.O.?
Hey,
Hey.
What's up, D?
Wait a minute, are we live?
Yes.
Okay. Can I join?
yes. Of course.
Okay.
What would you say is the most popular side dish for Thanksgiving dinner in this like region, like in our area where we live?
Mac and cheese.
Stuffing.
Mac and cheese. Stuffing was some other areas, but mac and cheese was definitely for our area. Yeah, I would say mac and cheese. I know for me, Thanksgiving dinners and well, hey,
That's what me saying, mac and cheese. That was my answer.
Hey,
I felt like I was on Family Feud. That was the number one answer, wasn't it?
it was the number one answer.
There we go.
Abby said she makes 2 versions of mac and cheese, and she's got a seafood. Well, Abby, I need you to freeze some of that, and next time I'm down there, I need some.
I have never had seafood macaroni and cheese.
Like not
I
even
had lobster macaroni.
You know, Chris,
Lobster
if you
mac
want
and
to
cheese.
try, you know where you could try some at?
Don't call my gut.
Crab balls.
Call my
Crab
gut.
balls on Brady Wine Road. They have
Classic
some seafood macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
I
That's
just heard it the other day.
okay. The lady on the left is Miss Don Juan Pablo. That is Miss Don Juan Pablo right
Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
Me?
Yeah. That's your husband. That's your husband. I mean, I know you might not want to claim him, but he does belong to you.
Not right now.
That's
Maybe tomorrow.
that's Don Juan's PO.
Right. That's her. That's his PO. Exactly. All right. Well, yeah. That's what I thought it was a good. Some of the other like you would think that the side dishes would have been more regional. Like Louisiana, I was expecting it to be something Creole, but it wasn't. It was something like stuffing or something. I was like, huh?
Maybe it's spicy stuff. Yeah. Maybe it's like a spice, some Cajun stuff.
I don't know, but I needed it to be like
cheese is real.
gumbo or something. Like I needed it to be some
Etouffee or something.
yeah, give me something. Like I don't know.
Abby.
Hi, Abby. I'm sorry. I'm just checking up on how this works.
If y'all have to realize the other lovely lady is Face's PO.
We've met Faces PO before, but yes, that is Faces PO. Yes.
See how relaxed he is?
You have a what?
He's uncomfortable.
What?
Very.
I'm fine. What's wrong with y'all? I'm good.
I feel like I'm holding up this podcast. I'm gonna go away now.
I was going to just go ahead and go to the next topic. You ain't holding up nothing, babes. So I found out this morning that we have to cancel another one, y'all. We got to cancel another one. Now, y'all know I'm not big on cancel culture. Y'all know I'm not. I'm very cautious about when I say it's time to cancel somebody. However,
who we canceling today?
I'm about to tell. Don't rush me. I'm about to tell you who we are canceling today. We are canceling. So, if you guys remember Kyle Rittenhouse, does everybody remember? Kyle Rittenhouse was the thug that during the protests in Wisconsin after the Breonna Taylor situation decided that
we're calling him a killer.
Needed him, and it was his job to just walk down the street shooting people.
The murderous hooligan with thug tendencies.
That's it. The murderer.
I mean, that's what they're calling. That's what the headlines are calling him.
Right now, the first problem I have is that he actually got bail, because I don't understand why he should have bail at all. Right, now his bail was set at $2 million, but I don't care. The fact that the day he got arrested, there was already a GoFundMe that was like they had already raised $1 million or however crazy amount it was for his defense fund, tells me that a $2 million bail really won't that big of a deal. But guess who donated $150,000 of that $2 million bail money?
The Silver Spoons dude.
Lil Ricky Schroeder. Here we are, face to face, a couple of silver spoons. Okay.
Let me ask a good question. Can we cancel someone we weren't checking for in the first place?
Well, I like Ricky Schroeder.
He was on my list. He was on my.
I like Ricky Schroeder. I remember Silver Spoons. I remember.
I watched every episode of Silver Spoons.
Yeah, as an adult, he's done a few things or whatever. And I used to always congratulate Ricky Schroeder's family, because Ricky Schroeder is one of the I'm not gonna say few, because I don't know, I don't have a number in front of me, but Ricky Schroeder was one of the people whose family actually invested his money, and when he got to be 18, he was good. Like his family bought up a bunch of like Taco Bell franchises and like
gas stations and
stuff like that. Yeah. Right. So, I mean, what that said to me was, hey, we don't know a lot about the stock market and all of that, but we just buy up a bunch of businesses. And when he got to be 18, he was on new NYPD. And unlike a lot of child actors, especially from the 80s, we had the Gary Colemans and the Corey Feldmans, whose family basically took their money.
Spent their money.
Right. When Rick Schroeder turned 18, he was good. You know, they took his money. So I always kind of spoke of him highly. However, I have to really take pause and say, wow. So yeah, I'm
speaking about the people who raised them. That's who we're speaking about kindly.
Well, that's true. But those same people that raised them, maybe. I mean, and here's the thing: you can read into it what you want. I mean, I'm not going to go all the way out on the limb and call the man names and stuff like that. But the fact that you felt that you needed to get involved, number one, because you could have just sat on the sidelines, even if you felt a certain way, like, oh, he being railroaded or whatever, you ain't have to get involved. The fact that you decided to get involved and
take selfies with him,
$150,000 of your good money, and then pose for the picture.
All right, took selfies with the kids.
Yeah, he took selfies and everything else with him and with the little boy and his dad. So that says that sends a message. That sends a message to me about how he feels and where he stands. And again, like I said, I mean, it ain't like there's nothing for me to go boycott or nothing like that. But it just I don't know. It's just
he don't have nothing for us to boycott.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's not like I'm going to go out and boycott it. I mean, what am I going to do? Stop looking at Silver Spoons? I don't now, but it's just, he should have just sat in the corner with his right, like he could have just been quiet. Like I'm sure there are a lot of, celebrities who probably feel a certain way, but he could have just kept that to himself. Or
he could have just, sent the money.
He could have anonymously sent the money. He didn't have to go down there taking selfies. That tells me if you want people to know, I did this.
He's trying to make himself relevant again. I'm looking him up. He's trying to make himself relevant again.
But those are the people you want to necessarily. I don't think that's going to help your reputation.
His IMDb got a gap in it.
Well, I'm
just saying.
That IMDb has got a crater in it. So yeah, I don't know. Speaking of pariahs, so
Uh-oh.
R. Kelly's trial is set to start in February in New York.
I'm sorry, who?
R. Kelly.
Ara Kelly.
Okay, next topic.
Look, I'm still upset. I gotta read the crowd before I can even play any music that was remixed by him at a party. Now,
I mean, okay, so as a DJ, do people really stop dancing sometime if you put a song on? Like do people really stop and be like
if you put a certain song on,
yeah.
yes.
Wow. Like, so what's the R. Kelly song that makes people stop? Because I'm sure there's some R. Kelly songs that people just be like, whatever. But what's the R. Kelly song that make people be like,
Bump and grind.
Honey Love.
Number
really?
one.
What about 12 play? You ever try to play 12 play at a party?
And come on, man, you can't play that. Any song that's sung by R. Kelly.
So even Step in the Name of Love, people stop.
They be like,
But I bet you they still step.
It's like they still step, but it's kind of like
They still step.
it's a painful step. Like their feet hurt. It's like their feet hurt.
It's too early. Yeah.
Like their feet hurt, but they're still all right.
It's still fresh. It's still fresh.
It's like all right.
Yeah, Ain't Nothing But a Number is probably the song you should never play by R. Kelly.
What is it?
Ain't
Nothing But a Number. That's probably the song you should never.
And Bump and Grind.
Go on somewhere.
I'm trying to get this together.
Even the remix of 12 play, after I looked at the documentary and I heard how the lyrics connected to the stuff these women were accusing him of, I was like,
I still have not heard 12 play. Y'all keep talking about this damn
you've
song.
never heard 12 play?
You heard it. You probably didn't know it was 12 play.
No, I mean, she ain't never heard it.
Mink, come on now.
Don't do that. Don't look.
Because like when you listen to 12 play, when you
I'm
listen
telling Mike on you.
when you listen to One, We Go to My Room for Fun, and you heard those women talk about how he really did have a room where he would take them and they would have all kinds of like stuff going on. Like you'd be like, it just don't hit the same.
So y'all talking about, I'm sorry, y'all talking about the whole CD is 12 play. They want a song called
The
12
song 12 play.
There's a song.
But the CD is fire. I'm sorry.
It is. There's a whole look. I got this much R. Kelly.
Listen, I hate to say
in my R&B section.
Listen,
it's kind of like
this summer, because I honestly, I'm just
roll past it. It's like
as a confession, I still have not taken it out of my my iTunes, so it is still in my iTunes. So when I'm listening to music, every once in a while, R. Kelly song will pop up, right? So when we were on our road trip this summer, the song came. Me and Abby were in the car, and the song I don't remember what it might have been 12 play. It came on, and both of us just kind of looked at each other like, "So we gonna turn it off? Are we gonna listen? Are we gonna pass this?" Like we both looked at each other like, "What we gonna do?" It was like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, but
anybody want to hit skip? Y'all was like,
right? Nobody. You gonna hit the skip? You want me to? Okay, we gonna skip it.
Can't nobody hear us in here.
Right. We in the car. Nobody knows.
Can't nobody hear us.
You know, but yeah. So you have to. But as a DJ, I definitely understand that. That's something you probably have to really.
It's something. You know, there's some part they were like, "Yo, I get a request. Okay, you play the R. Kelly." You know, it'd be like, "Okay." I throw it on. I'm like, all right, this is the type of party. All right, cool. It is what it is.
But I think
so.
Playing,
I
believe I can fly.
Then I know I believe I can fly. Nobody says anything about I believe I can fly. Nobody does.
No, I'm saying that they don't play it anymore.
That's not exactly a club song.
I'm not saying a club song. I'm just saying they don't even play
that. I bet you ain't nobody requesting it. Nobody requesting it for their graduation no more. I bet you that.
Yeah, nah.
That's not a graduation song.
Nah, that's not.
I'm sorry, y'all. That's terrible.
Hey, little baby.
All right, that's terrible. So, all right. So, listen, y'all. A couple of things went down this week. So we had the reunion, the Fresh Prince reunion. And we saw the pictures and stuff, but we actually got a chance. It actually dropped. If you have HBO Max, it's on HBO Max. If you don't have HBO Max, I'm sure there are other ways of getting it, but we won't go there.
Yeah.
Janet
Maniac on that too.
Janet Hubert and Will Smith finally made up. They finally got a chance to sit down to talk it all out. And when you got a chance to hear both sides of the story and both perspectives of the story. I don't know if either one of you guys saw it. But Janet Hubert said, when this was going on, it was just a really hard time in my life. And from Will Smith's perspective, he was like, I thought she hated me and hated doing the show. It was definitely a story of perspective. From which perspective you see things. So how do you guys feel about the fact that they were finally able to just sit down and have the conversation?
Well, after I had to go back and watch it, after I saw the photos, I'm like, okay, well, at least, I mean, it's sad that it took this long, but at least they got together, worked it out. But it's kind of like, like I didn't have an emotional reaction to it. It's like, okay, well, they worked it out. All right.
I haven't had a chance to watch it. I'm going to watch it with a good friend of mine. I'm just sorry. I just want to interject. I got through 2 minutes and 48 seconds of 12 play. Yeah, that song sucks. Now, as far as Janet Hubert and the whole Will Smith thing, I think for me, I've always felt as though, she came from a bad perspective, because my mindset has always been she was the adult in their situation. Will was like 21 years old when a lot of this occurred. And I remember interviews and stuff that she did shortly thereafter when she was released from the show of her saying that he should have stepped in and saved. At 21, even though his name was on the show, he may not have known the power that he had, or he may not have had the power that she thought he had in order to save her career. While
he was the least talented actor on the show. He was the least talented on the show.
But while he's trying to develop his. So for her to put that much pressure on a young person and then carry the grudge for so long, that's the way I've always looked at it. But I do want to sit down and actually watch it, just to hear, because I've only heard her side in her interviews. Because remember, just most recently when he did this show, he did the movie Concussion, and she came out on Instagram and went on this whole rant about how because remember Jada did a thing saying that she thought that Will should have been nominated for an award for his role in that movie. And Janet Hubert came out once again, damn near 30 years later, talking about how Will wasn't that good of an actor and he shouldn't have did this. And it was like, damn, lady, you still carrying this grudge and you're still hating on this man for something he didn't. Because the way she originally tried to spin it was like he went to the office and told them to fire her and all this other stuff. And it's like years later, you're still hating on him. So I just looked at it in the sense of, I think it was something that definitely could have been resolved 29 and a half years ago, had it been a more adult approach. And I put the onus on her because she was a little bit older. And by him being in this situation as a child, he probably just reacted to the energy that she was giving him. And
I see that perspective, and I don't, because for a long time I felt the exact same way you felt. But when you hear her tell her story, again, yes, she was the oldest, and yes, I would put that, but I disagree with your point about him not having the power. He had the power.
No, I'm not saying. No, what I'm saying is I'm not saying that he didn't have the power, because I know he said in an interview probably about 5 or 6 years after that he didn't realize. Because mind you, this was his first time on a TV show. This was his first time doing something on this type of level and this platform. And he wasn't
even producing.
So by the time she left the show, he was Will Smith. By the time she left the show, it wasn't
before the show.
It wasn't like she left after the first season. She left, I think they only had like 2 seasons after she left. Like he was Will Smith when she left the show.
But again, he might not have understood the power that he had. That's what I'm saying. He may not have understood what he could have said or what he could have done at that moment. Again, if she would have came to him and said, Will, look, this is what's going on. And as a producer, I'm not coming to you as an actor or whatever his role at that time. If she would have came to him and said, here's what you do, as opposed to just leaving and then taking to media to slam him, because she didn't. The thing is, the fact that she slammed him, she didn't slam the directors, the other producers, them on the show. She went after him.
Well, I'm gonna say that, and again, I'm not excusing, because like I said, I do feel like she let it fester and she, continued to just attack. But when I heard her side of the story, I understood her mind. I understood where her brain was in that moment. And again, I think she should have found a way to get over it, and definitely not be so publicly bitter. But she said, at the time she was pregnant, she was in an abusive relationship, and then she loses her job, and then she's labeled, a difficult woman, Black woman. And she said in Hollywood that was a death sentence. And so she couldn't work. She's in this relationship that she's trying to get out of. She's got a newborn and she couldn't work. And again, that wasn't all Will Smith's fault. I agree. But what I'm saying is I understand where she was to say I understand why she blamed him, or why he got a lot of her anger, but it wasn't all his. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not defending it. I'm just saying I understand it, where she's coming from. Yeah. But I feel like
no, I was gonna say
I don't think I think that's a different situation. I don't think that's the same situation. Ayanna, that's the same. You talking about the young lady from The Chi, right? I believe that's the young lady from The Chi. No,
Will Smith may not have had the mature, because think about it. While she was going through all that she was going through, at that same time, Will was going through his divorce with his first wife, that nasty custody battle, child support. A lot of people have their own demons. Just because they choose not to display their troubles the same as you or I, don't mean people aren't fighting. Because keep in mind, Will Smith went broke early into doing The Fresh Prince.
No, when he started The Fresh Prince, he was broke.
He was broke.
So his level of maturity at that time. Remember,
there was a whole write-up on that in Right On magazine.
Did you just say Right On magazine?
What? Yeah, it was.
I mean, but between the divorce,
no one has ever referenced Right On magazine. That's the first time that's ever been used as a reference.
That's
right about it. Just saying.
Yeah, but no, I ain't gonna front. Right On and Word Up every month.
I got Right On, Word Up. It was another one called something about the street or something. I got like 4 of them magazines.
Black Beat. Wasn't Black Beat one too?
Black Beat, yeah.
That was it. Black Beat. Right On.
My room had like all the posters.
Yep.
All the posters. I had my whole ceiling was New Edition. The whole ceiling was just.
I had a New Edition wall. I still have my New Edition poster when they had the red basketball suits on. Outfits.
I know what you're talking about. I know which picture you're talking about. No, never did Tiger Beat, Abby. Never. No.
Tiger Beat. That was the other one. I did Tiger Beat. That was
okay. Mink did Tiger Beat. I never did.
I did Tiger Beat.
The showrunner blamed Lena Waithe for the situation with Jason Mitchell, but the problem was that Lena didn't realize the type of power she had, similar to Will Smith. See, I can't agree with that. Lena Waithe, you are the producer, the director, and creator. You know what power you have. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. I think she just misstepped, made a bad decision. I disagree with the fact of her knowing her power. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think Lena Waithe is a little bit different. I think she tried to just brush on the rug for the sake of having to keep the show on the air to keep it clean.
I think she just didn't take it seriously. Like a lot of people take sexual harassment claims, they just don't take it seriously. Okay. And I think that was the situation. She just didn't take it seriously until it got to the point where it got to. So.
And then you kind of try to blame the actress for coming forth. When she came to you, she came to other executives on the show, and y'all did nothing to protect her. So she did the best she could to protect herself, and now y'all mad. I do think it was a different. But wait a minute, I want to speak this sexual deviancy. Have y'all seen the commercial?
Wait, what?
What?
You said it like it was so casual. You know what? Speaking of sexual deviancy. You know what? Just to throw this out there.
Okay, go ahead. Sexual deviancy.
It's a commercial, and I have yet to see the commercial on TV. I really don't know what the product they're trying to sell you or they're trying to make you aware of. But it's a commercial where there's a lady standing up on a bus or the train or whatever, and she's holding a handrail, and it's a guy. It's like face to face in a subway or wherever they are, and it's a guy that's standing in front of her, and he keeps kind of like. So she's standing like here. He comes behind her and kind of like rub up against her. So then she kind of moves around the post, and now they're face to face. So then he's like rubbing her hand and things like that. So the whole commercial is trying to tell you, if you see something, kind of help each other out and protect. So you see an older lady who's sitting in a seat on a train, who gets up, and then she kind of gets in between the young woman and the guy.
What?
And then the guy kind of backs off of the girl and kind of like rolls his eyes and like goes away. So the old lady kind of smiled at the young girl like, you know, you're fine now. You've seen it, Starkey? Okay. That's true. I get what they're saying. I like the message. Yes, help somebody, whatever. But what I want to say is, please don't be a victim in that situation. Dude, okay. You want to play the game?
Punch her throat?
You know what? We on a train. I ain't got enough. I haven't quite mastered Bruce Lee's, 1-inch punch. So he may not get the throat.
Go to nose.
But my thing is, I'm sitting here like, had the older lady not stepped in, how far would this have gone?
You know what? And it's other people that said that, like catching the metro. Like, once upon a time when I had a job and had me catch the metro. The stuff you see in there and the stuff people will not respond to, like women get harassed on the metro. It's kind of like, if I can't be the only one that sees this,
right?
And I get up, and walk up, but it's kind of like, I'm like, I passed like 8-9 dudes in front of me. Like, what? Y'all see this happening? This
right.
is none of this is cool,
right?
And, I mean, look, just because I'm armed, what I carry, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I just what that commercial always kind of bothers. It bothers me first and foremost. I don't want to take away from that. I'm not saying this woman in any form or fashion did anything wrong, but I just feel as though I just wanted to say that we need to understand. You have the right to defend yourself, male or female. You have the right to defend yourself against any unwanted advancements. And please don't please don't portray it like we are defenseless or helpless. Need somebody to step in, because
I will have your back, because I've seen it happen. And this lady, look, he was being disrespectful. Like, he took it too far. She punched him in the face. Now, I laughed my ass off, but I still had her back though. It was funny shit to me, because I was like, "Son, you asked for it. Like that. Why you like now? You mad?" And then what was so sad is like he want to now get his boys together
to do what?
Like they gonna jump her. I'm like, "Son, this a 1-on-1."
Yeah,
and I already got you. Just relax.
Yeah, and the thing about it, that's the one thing I don't like, as far as if you're a female, the man is hitting on you, and then you defend yourself, and he wants to come back stronger, not realizing you did what you did, you got what you got. That should be the end of the story. Right. And I do think at that point, people should rally around that person and help them defend themselves. But I don't know. It's just a point where I just strongly believe that your feelings are valid, and you have the right to defend yourself on whatever level you see fit. You take that how you see fit. I mean, because it's I know that every time I think the commercial comes up when I'm like playing apps something on Facebook, and it'll pop up. That's why it just popped in my head when y'all said that. But yeah, now it's funny. Abby saying she rode the buses and trains.
You know what? That's the PO that's yelling at somebody. There's PO yelling at number 2 over the phone. That's what y'all hearing.
Oh, okay.
But it's like I didn't want to like roll out because Classic wasn't here.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's different ways of looking at that. I agree with Xavier. I think that would have played out better if that had been a man that had sort of intervened as far as the commercial. I don't know how I feel about an older woman intervening with a younger woman. Because what if the guy had turned around and got nasty or whatever? But I do understand the need to put some public service announcement out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I get that, but at the same time, I don't know. You have to make sure you're in a comfortable and controlled environment. There's a way to intervene without putting yourself in physically. Oh, something flying around. Without physically putting yourself in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I would be very leery about advocating for older people and especially with our society being what it is, and people just not having a respect for the older people and having a respect for authority and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There'd be a way to notify, like there are buttons and stuff on the trains. If there's something going on, if it gets to that level, that woman could have just as easily asked the young lady to come and stand next to her. Like there was ways of intervening. I haven't seen this particular commercial, but I don't know.
Because I remember when I used to work downtown years ago. I used to work downtown at a bank, and it was this guy that used to come to the bank at least once a week, and he would always kind of hit on me. And he was like a toothless wonder. He was like, he would always he would come in like getting $6 because his aunt died. He got to help bury her. I'm like, you burying her in a shoebox? Like it was a whole crazy thing. So he would come in. So just so happened one day he was at my window sitting there arguing with me about something or whatever. And it was this very attractive Wells Fargo armored delivery guys coming out of our branch all the time. And he saw the look on my face like, so he walked in, he was like, hey, sweetie, how are you? And I was like, hey, sweetie, I'm doing okay. He was like, is this guy bothering you? I was like, he's starting to. So we just carried on. So the customer finally said, oh, this your man? He was like, yes. And I would appreciate if you leave my woman alone. So the guy kind of like backed up and looked like, oh, he was like, that's your man for real? I'm like, you heard what he said? So to put the ice on the cake, when my car left, he was like, all right, babe, don't forget, I'm cooking dinner tonight. I'll see you later. And I ain't had no problems with the guy after that.
There you go. I mean, and like I said, it's stuff like that. There are ways of handling it. And I'm not saying people should not intervene, because I think we need more of that in this society, but you have to do it in a safe way. That's all I'm going to say. So in the light of the Janet Hubert Will Smith reconciliation, the girl that had something to say.
Who?
Your girl, Monique.
Oh, what the hell?
Monique said,
wait a minute.
In light of the Will Smith Janet Hubert, the fact that Will Smith has had enough respect and the balls and whatever to apologize to Janet Hubert, it's now time for Tyler Perry to publicly apologize to me.
No, I saw that tagline earlier. I saw that. And I didn't read the article, but I saw that. I'm like, first of all, the picture that they had of her wasn't flattering at all.
Are there any flattering pictures of Monique in the last 7 years?
On the article, but go ahead, child cheese.
Okay, let me. Oh Lord Jesus, let me start here. First of all, who in the entire hell pushed back the rock that was covering the cave that Monique crawled out of? Second of all,
wait, where are they?
She was in the cave. They had to push back the big ass rock, her ass out that cave. It probably was a rock of Gibraltar. It shouldn't have been moved in 2020, but that's neither here nor there. My thing with Monique is this: stop trying to validate your existence and your career through other people's celebrityism. Monique, I'm surprised your husband even allowed you to speak. Let's just start there. That's one.
Oh, ow.
He probably wrote the daggone line for her.
It's getting real in here.
So until you find your own voice, stop telling people to do it theirs. Because part of the reason why Tyler Perry and everybody else done extricated her ass is because of that ragged ass husband she got behind her. So take your ragged ass husband and your ragged ass wig and go on back into the cave and find out whoever got the damn rock and pushed out the way, take them with you, and bye-bye Monique.
Whoever in the entire hell?
Whoever the entire hell let her out. Who let the dogs out?
Here's my problem. And I'm for all the people that defend Monique, here's my problem. Monique, you have had multiple opportunities to revive your career.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I accept your version of the story, even if I accept that Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, and Lee Daniels blackballed you and made it difficult for you to work in Hollywood. Even if I accept that version of the story.
It's only 3 of them now, but go ahead.
You have been given ample opportunity to revive your career. Will Packer employed you, and he said you acted a fool on his set. You were difficult. Netflix, people, we can argue about whether Netflix lowballed her or not. The point is, Netflix reached out to her to do a special. Okay, maybe they wasn't gonna pay you what you thought you were worth, but if you really truly were in that place where you were like, oh my gosh, these people have ruined my career, and one of the biggest streaming services that is out right now offered me a special, I would take it.
They were number one at the time.
Right, you use it as a stepping stone to whatever is next. You know, El Teddy brought up earlier.
With that, nobody was checking for her at the time they offered her.
Nobody even thought was thinking about that.
She wanted Dave Chappelle money. Everybody was looking for Dave Chappelle.
Right. When she went public and said Netflix lowballed her, I was like, Netflix offered her money? Like,
right.
Like, who was thinking about Monique?
Well, nobody.
And
like,
she
couldn't stand up.
Right. And in this day and age of YouTube, like I said, El Teddy said this earlier, in this day and age of YouTube television, and all these other opportunities that you can kind of do your own thing, there are, like, instead of you sitting there doing that podcast with you and your husband talking about what everybody else did wrong, take that platform. Yes, her and her husband do it. They have a YouTube channel and they do, but take that platform, do some stand up on that platform, get yourself out there. You might have to go back to the grind like you did when you were first, before you became Monique. You might have to do that again. But what I'm not going to do is continue to buy into they ruined my career when I'm sitting here. And then when people do try to do stuff for you, when Tyler Perry called her, he did apologize to her privately. And he said, how can I help you? And he was going to cut her a check. Okay. Basically like a woman, what I need to give you for you to leave me the hell alone. And what did she do with that phone call? She made it public. That was a private phone call that she made public. When she went on The View, and Whoopi Goldberg had a private conversation with her about, listen, when I first came to The View, I was lowball. I didn't know about it when I got here, but you know what I did? I took that information, and when it was time for my contract to come up, I renegotiated that bitch. So she was telling her, look, sometimes you're going to be lowball, and that doesn't make it okay. But what you got to do is take them lemons, and you got to make lemonade. What did she do? She went public and told everybody about Whoopi Goldberg's conversation she had with her privately. So people have tried to look out for this woman and tried to help her. You ain't gonna never get no apology from Oprah, and probably not from Lee Daniels.
But like Shanti's Honey just said, Monique went around talking about something. He her daddy because he had to build. He's raising her. Don't nobody want to deal with a 90-year-old woman who don't think she's grown and adult enough to handle a situation. First of all, because it's sitting here like Monique, ain't nobody going to filter contracts through your husband. You know, nobody's going to do that. He has no professional. And yes, L Love, Monique is her own worst.
Here's the thing, though. Here's what I know, because I'm a big fan of stand-up comedy. Like, every special that comes out, that means that they've already been on the road and touring and clubs and whatnot before that special happened. That material didn't come out on that special.
But the thing about it is, let's be for real. You named Whoopi. You named Wanda Sykes came up. All these people came up.
There's not a comedian. All the comedians right now, even what's your boy? Deion Cole released his network on Netflix as a joke on YouTube for what he's doing to prep for his next special.
Thank you. Right. But the thing about it is, what does Wanda Sykes, Whoopi Goldberg, Deion Cole, Dave Chappelle, what do they have in common that Monique does not have? Talent.
Listen, Monique makes me, I ain't gonna lie, Monique does make me laugh. No. But Xavier, let me say this to you, Xavier. Monique had the hottest talk show in late night TV of about 10 years ago when she was on BET and she had that talk show. Yep. No, Monique, you can make that face all you want, but it was the shit. People,
I used to watch it. I'm trying to see what
it was like the new Arsenio Hall. Right, every black actor, whatever, everybody was on
everybody was on the show. Yeah,
and remember remember the show abruptly ended, right? It like people was like, what happened? Because of Monique. Because she was difficult and people were having problems with her, and BET was like, you know what, we can just shut this whole thing down. Like, it ain't that serious for us. And the show was gone. It was so, you know, Xavier, you said that there's no reason why she shouldn't have a talk show. She had one. She ruined it for herself. That's what I'm saying. You can't put all of this at the feet of Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. You have created your own reputation.
Right.
Going back to what Janet Hubert said, you get the reputation of being a difficult Black woman, and in Hollywood, the doors slam in your face.
And especially if it's true.
Her talk show was called The Monique Show, and it ran from 2009 to 2011.
Uh-huh.
And when it went on hiatus in 2011, everybody expected it to come back, and then it just was gone.
And let me clarify something. I'm not. Let me be in all seriousness. I do believe Monique has talent. I do. But the problem is she doesn't have enough talent for that attitude that she's carrying. The thing about it is people have talent, but they're also workable. The thing about it is, they say with basketball players, they can have all the talent in the world, but if they're not coachable, nobody wants you on the team. And that's Monique's problem.
But here's the thing.
But if you got a stink-ass attitude, then nobody want to be with you.
You can find video on everybody from Chris Rock to what's your boy name? Gary Owen, everybody else doing what they can to get their names out there. Their shows, their club shows. They're, you know, ain't no cameras, lights, and all of that. Special. Their club in-house shows. You can find material. You can find clips on them everywhere. Anybody. You know who you can't find a clip of? Monique.
Right.
So if you're not working, like, how is somebody like Netflix going to really invest in you? You have no presence.
Right. And honestly, and again, I've said this before, and I'll continue to say this. Abby, your point is valid. The reality of the situation is this, and if you talk to any, Whoopi Goldberg tells people all the time, y'all know I love Whoopi, but I mean, I'm just saying, she tells people all the time, people criticized her for the types of movies she did after she won her Oscar. She was like, first of all, some of those movies had been done before I won the Oscar. It wasn't nothing I could do about it. Second of all, that is what was offered to me. Just because I won an Oscar did not automatically make, I wasn't getting Meryl Streep roles. People weren't offering me that, and I had to pay my bills and feed my kid. So, you know, excuse me if I did Jumpin' Jack Flash or Eddie or whatever these other movies are. That
I like Jumpin' Jack Flash. That was good.
Me too. But I'm just saying, you know, excuse me for doing these movies that y'all thought was so horrible. But at the end of the day, that is what was being offered to me. And you even hear white actresses complain and say, "Hey, I won the Oscar. I thought it was going to be, you know, smooth sailing." And yeah, no, not so much. So
Steven Spielberg and Jerry Bruckheimer from here on out.
Right. So the reality is Monique thinking that she won that Oscar was going to really make it do what it do. And the reality is, girl, you still got to grind out here just like everybody else. Like, yes, you did your thing in that movie and you won an Oscar. But remember, you won an Oscar in a genre that people don't know you for. Like, you weren't being funny in that role. So every other role you've played, you're the comedian, you're the Black auntie, you're the whatever. But at the end of the day, you got to understand that Hollywood is still Hollywood. White Hollywood is still white.
Who was in Baps?
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. And what's my other girl? I was just watching How to Be a Player with her in it. I'm gonna look her up right quick. But my thing is, somebody has said that Monique could be on a guest panel or something. I don't think so, for the simple fact of, if she's difficult to work with, the other panelists aren't going to want to be with her. I get the thing of having her on a panel like The View or The Real or something like that. It would kind of tone her down some. However, would she be humble enough to sit there and let the other people do stuff? Or would she keep trying to say, "Oh, I'm the star of the View, I'm the star of The Real, I'm this, and then become difficult to work with? Ain't nobody got time for that."
Right.
And little baby, all that whole time, Dave Chappelle, you know, after he left his show and everything, he was still doing shows.
Wait a minute, Xavier, there was nothing comedy about Precious. I'm sorry. You said a dark comedy. There was nothing comedy about Precious. I'm sorry.
The other lady from
I see no comedy in that.
I mean, you have a dark sense of humor. It's a dark comedy.
Her name is Natalie DeSalle, the other woman from Bats.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
I love when she was on the show with Eve, and
yeah, I love that. Yeah, I did. But yeah, so I don't know, Monique. I really need you to just go. Like, here's the reality of the situation. I truly feel like if Monique had done that Netflix special, and it had been funny, I truly feel like doors would have opened for her. But her biggest problem is the anchor around her neck, which is her husband, and everybody has said it. Everybody ain't lying on your husband, Monique. Everybody is not lying on that man. Everybody who has worked with you since you've been married to him has said he is the reason. I mean, she did the same thing as Steve Harvey. Remember? Steve Harvey tried to reach out to her, and she, again, you can't keep airing people out that are trying to help you, because at a certain point,
on his show,
right, on his own show,
which I think led to him being off the air. But all right, anyway.
No, him hanging out with Donald Trump led to him being off the air.
I mean, that was the beginning of the end.
Yep. So that's true, baby. That is funny. Yeah. So while we talking about Black Hollywood,
I forgot about that. Damn, that's funny as hell.
That is funny, Xavier. That's funny. The show is named Eve after her, but the main character name is Shelly. That is
songs all Eve. Eve. And then she get, hey Shelly, hey. Who the hell is Eve? But okay, yes.
Right. So
that was your nickname on the show.
So while we talking about Black Hollywood, y'all, so they're turning Waiting to Exhale into a TV show.
I'm sorry, what?
Waiting to Exhale into a TV show.
I mean, I heard you. I just hope
it's supposed to be on ABC. The last thing I read was that it was going to be on ABC.
On ABC?
ABC.
Well, at least it's on ABC. It's like it's major network.
Can you put on CBS?
Who's producing that?
Who's producing what? I don't. Lee Daniels. Lee Daniels.
Word. Okay.
Is Monique gonna try to get in? Oh.
I mean, I don't have because what I was explaining, what I found out was that there was supposed to be a sequel.
Is Taraji and which car gonna be on it?
Probably, child. I probably will have Taraji, and now that you think about it, Lee Daniels and Taraji, honey. But
I heard that Taraji was on a spinoff of whatever that show was called.
Yeah, they're gonna be doing a spinoff of Empire, which makes no sense to me either. But
I didn't watch it. So
Xavier, no, I really didn't. I don't think I did. Even if I laughed at that part, that doesn't make the whole movie a comedy. To me, it doesn't. I just felt like the overall. We talking about a young girl who was molested by her mama, and ended up with AIDS. Like, I don't find nothing about that funny, but
yeah. And then she was sexual, and then the kids, and
I mean, like I said, I'm not saying that there weren't parts. I mean, I probably did laugh when she stole that chicken. Now that I think about it, but that doesn't make the movie a comedy. Just because you laughed at a part of the movie, I'll make it a comedy.
Yeah, I don't think it one.
That's just me. That if y'all thought it was a comedy, hey.
I mean, I didn't think it was a comedy. It took me a while to even watch the show.
Yeah, it was very hard. Yeah. So yeah, now that I think about it, who would they? We talked about that a little bit. The thing is this: Terry McMillan got the rights back, so that's where this whole thing of the TV show is coming from. I just don't know how I feel about it. Like, are they going to take
our rights back?
Are they going to take the movie and pick up the movie? You hear crickets? What you mean, L Love? You hear crickets? Are they going to pick up the movie where the movie left off, or are they going to kind of like have like the adult?
You just going to ignore my joke though? Okay.
I didn't hear it.
Stella got her rights back. No, nothing. All right, cool.
Now I hear crickets. Now I hear crickets. So I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I need more information. I don't think I want it though. I don't think this is what I want in my life. I think
if it's set in the 90s.
So if it's set in the 90s, that means that they're going to do a continuation from where the book left off or where the movie left off, right? But then that means you have to recast the whole thing,
right?
I would love to see if they're going to do it. This is what I would love to see them do. If they're going to do it, I would love to see it be set in 2020 and with the characters from the movie be older and them being like second, like they wouldn't be like the main characters and it would focus on their kids and like that situation. Like Bernadette, Layla Rashawn, what's my girl name?
Loretta Devine, Angela
Loretta
Bassett.
Devine. Because clearly Whitney Houston's character would have to be recast however they do it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want this.
I mean,
I would appreciate it better, in all honesty, if you kind of left them out of it, and maybe had them as like the three of them. Let Whitney Houston character be dead.
Like pop up in season 2 or something.
Yeah, like kind of let them have started one, I prefer they not to do it. Some things just don't need to be remade and left alone. That's one. But if you feel the need to do it, leave them out of it. Let them pop along somewhere in there. Let Whitney Houston's character have died. You find a way, I don't know, whatever. Let her die.
That could be a great way for the show to start. Everybody, like, it could start at Whitney Houston's character's funeral. And maybe over the years they had grown out of touch with each other. They weren't as close friends anymore. I feel like I've seen this movie before, but still we can make it work.
It's
and I feel like that could be like this TV show.
And then let them have, like, they started some type of thing in her memory, and then they see these other 3 or 4 young women who kind of remind themselves of them when they were back in the 90s, and they kind of pick up these mentors and then kind of phase them out because we're growing this new thing and kind of move on. But
Xavier said that, yeah. Xavier said he read an article and it said that the kids are going to have more prominent roles. So maybe that's what they're going to do. Is they're going to, make the kids like the main focus. Because I'm still not here for it, but I would be more here for it in that aspect.
But at this point, Angela Bassett's kids probably grandparents of their own.
You know what? That ain't no. But they are 40-somethings, though. They would be 40-somethings. Maybe, like late 30s. Because her kids were in middle school. They weren't like grown.
And then this day and
age, they can have kids. They can have kids and grandkids.
Yeah, and then Layla Rashawn, baby. That movie came out 95. So that movie is 230. Okay. So her kids.
So if the movie came out in 95, Layla Rashawn's baby would be like what, college age now?
Will be 25 years, grad school.
Okay, grad school.
Maybe
grad school.
So
we're just gonna make everybody educated, huh? All right, cool.
I'm just saying, as far as
there was a book. Patty Duke, she wrote a book, a sequel, but I would prefer us to pretend like that book never happened. That's what I would prefer.
What was
I prefer for us to pretend like the book just.
I'm not gonna lie, I was disappointed in the movie because I read the book and there were a lot of, and I know that they do that. I know that they changed it, but some things that I think that should have stayed in the movie, they were in the book that should have stayed in the movie. I think they should have taken it out. They changed it for that theatrical thing, and for me, it kind of like made the movie a little bit sucky.
Some at this point, I honestly don't remember, but I agree there was something. I don't remember anymore though. Like I don't.
Like one in the book, later on, Sean's character had a strong relationship with her father. And they kind of like skipped over that. I remember her dad had Alzheimer's.
Okay.
Yeah, they kind of skipped over that because they kind of made it like she was just kind of wayward, just looking for attention, but she did have a father, Loretta Devine character died in the book. I get them changing that. I did like Loretta Devine. And
that's right, she did.
Had a heart attack. And then Layla Rashawn's character in the book.
No, she didn't die though. She had a heart attack, but that's when she started losing weight and eating healthy. She didn't die, did she?
I thought she did in the book.
I remember her having a heart attack, but then after that, she was eating healthy and lost all this weight.
That's cool.
I didn't read the book. Layla Rashawn's character in the book, the baby wasn't my man Leon's baby. It was Wendell. It was Wendell Pierce's baby.
Right, yeah.
And he didn't try to be an asshole the way he did in the movie. They wound up getting married. And then he wasn't just a working stiff. He kind of had the guy, he had the money, he had whatever that she's looking for. They had
what he said to her in the movie that night they were together. He was like, "Listen, I got all of that. What's up?"
Yeah, they got married.
Yeah.
She started her being pregnant. They started walking together, and he started losing the weight. And so she really started finding herself attracted to his outside just as much as she became attracted to his inside.
Yeah.
I wish they would have gave her that happy ending that, made her character a little bit more complex than what it was just her out here just randomly screwing no good dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, again, I was at this point, I don't remember that much of it, so I'm okay with them doing either one. I just don't want them to incorporate that damn sequel because that sequel was terrible. That book that Terry McMillan wrote, that sequel was
What was
absolutely.
the name of that book? I haven't read.
I don't remember. The name of the book was "Why Did You Do This to Me?" I don't know. I don't know.
Wait, but you read the whole book though?
No, I didn't. No, I really didn't. I read like the first couple of chapters and I stopped. I'm not going to tell you what part I stopped at because then I don't want to tell people who might want to read the book. Read it for yourself. But I don't. I had no interest in. I had no interest in.
It was called Getting to Happy.
It's called what?
Getting to Happy.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, leather vest in the summertime wham bam. Yeah.
Yo, did you know that she actually hit him? Whatever she threw at him from the balcony, he was. Yeah, her aim was sharp as a mug in the movie though.
Yeah, she hit his ass. Yep. So, politics, you guys. So, 45 still is playing games.
What's that again? What's that title again?
Politics.
We really doing this? All right, cool. We're gonna talk about this battle. All right, cool.
For about another 15 minutes, then we're gonna get up off of here. But,
fine.
Huh?
I said, all right, fine.
So, as I'm sitting here, I just got a notification that another one of his lawsuits was thrown out of court in Pennsylvania, and this time the judge basically cussed him and his lawyers out. Like, why are you wasting my time? Right? Why are you wasting my time? He tried to. He met with the people from Michigan and tried to get them to change their certification. And the people was like, that's not how this works. You've already certified the votes. You don't get to change your mind. Georgia has certified their votes. They're trying to get them to change their certification. And I read something yesterday where CNN said that, an insider has admitted that Donald Trump knows he lost the election. He's just trying to sow discourse and questioning the results like people questioned the results in 2016. But I don't remember that happening. I remember we weren't happy.
We was pissed.
I don't remember that happening.
But nah. Yeah, Don Jr. got COVID. He got the wrong.
Yeah, Don Jr. has COVID, and somebody else got COVID. I read somebody else in their circle.
Eric, it's running rampant up to that daggone house.
They said that
got it. Roger got it. Revon got it.
Well, they said that the White House is damn near empty with so many people out sick because of COVID.
They need to seal off the windows and the doors, set some damn foggers off up in there, and to fumigate that damn place.
Oh, it's gonna be fuming. You know that. It's gonna be good and clean. It's gonna just smell like Giuliani's son. It's just gonna be good and.
We're talking about how nasty Rudy Giuliani is, though. Did I see that video?
With the shoe polish running down his face.
Okay, that's one. But the one where he blew his nose.
I don't want to know about him blowing his nose.
I want to know what happened.
Fold the tissue over and wiped his face with the side that he blew his nose on. Like, anybody see that? No. Everybody's reposted it. That was just me.
Let me go look for it. I have not seen that nasty.
How y'all missed that? Everybody's posted.
I'm about to Google Giuliani and tissue.
Oh gosh,
gross.
But yeah, I mean, the reality.
Huh?
No, it's a fly. I'm trying to figure out how. First of all, where a fly came from, and why are you in my house?
Are you asking the fly?
Listen, I think that Rudy Giuliani has an indictment sitting right next to Donald Trump's up in the New York AG's office. Personally, I mean, I just think
somebody else got one next to him with Giuliani's name on it too. That's why his ass sweating like that.
That's why I literally just said that.
Oh no, I thought you were saying that Giuliani had one for Trump.
No, I'm saying Giuliani has one with his name on it.
Yeah, there's no way he's coming out of this like, oh well, I did my best and walks away. There's no way he does that.
Listen, he looked at. I just want to know, what do y'all have on these people that y'all got them acting this much of a fool? Like, what do y'all have? Like the people like the Chris Christies who've walked away. Like, listen, I was kissing his ass to get a job. It ain't worth it. Like, he's been like, listen, deuces, you lost, dude. Keep it. But for the people like Giuliani and Lindsey Graham that are just still like, no. I'm like,
let me tell you something.
In the world,
when you're looking at possibly going to jail, and there's only one person that's left that could probably get you away because you held on for too long. Yeah, that's why. That's why. The lives is over. Over. You saw it? Saw the video?
Yes, I saw it. This man blew his nose, opened it back up, and then folded to the snotty side, wiped his nose again, wiped across his mouth, wiped his forehead, and came back.
That's just beyond nasty. I cannot
Yo, his foundation is snotty.
No, he wiped his mouth, wiped across his forehead, wiped his eyes, wiped the side of his face, rubbed it on his hands. What's he about to do with it? He's sitting there playing with the boogers on it probably and stuck it back in his pocket.
Ugh. Okay.
He's probably gonna use it again.
Oh my gosh. Oh
yeah. God. Yay.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
yep. The Coming to America sequel is going to premiere in March.
Okay. I was excited about it.
But
I started reading it. I don't know if I like the script. I don't know why the dark they're trying to take this movie. Because they're saying that Leslie Jones was a woman that Eddie Murphy carried that Prince Akeem slept with and got pregnant. And they have a son. And his father, James Earl Jones, Prince King Joffrey, is telling him to go back to America, get your son, and make sure he learned the ways. What he sleep with Leslie Jones?
Leslie Jones.
She's playing his son's mother.
Oh hell no! Oh damn.
So wait,
yeah, let's work through these emotions. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I was excited about it until I saw that.
So the Crown Prince was Zamunda.
Yeah.
Got a baby mama?
Got a baby mama, yeah.
And he spent this whole movie.
Yeah. And when I read that, I was like, wait.
He listened to Randy Jackson's entire set to try to get this woman.
Listen, if Randy Jackson is coming back, I'm here for that would make the whole movie for me. That would just make the whole movie. Randy Jackson with a gray wig on, with a gray Jerry curl wig on. Oh, that would just be. Listen.
Would he still have a Jericho though?
He's bringing Randy Jackson back. He's bringing Randy Jackson back.
And I'm here for how do you age him from that when coming to
all
America?
I need is some sexual chocolate, and I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm okay.
And Jermaine still has to point and walk off stage. I don't care if he has to drop the mic, point, and walk off stage.
Jermaine Fowler is the actor playing his son.
Who?
Jermaine Fowler. He did a show on Channel 9 called Superior Donuts with Judd Hirsch. Do y'all remember that song? Remember that show? If y'all see his face, you'll know who I'm talking about.
Sure.
Have y'all seen Sorry to Bother You, the movie Sorry to Bother You?
I've heard of it.
Wait, hold up. Hey, Abby. That boy good. That boy good.
That boy good.
That boy good. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
I don't know. Okay. Well, okay. So Wonder Woman, 1984, Christmas Day.
Hey, I like how Animaniacs they slapped all the DC characters out of the way.
You brought up Animaniacs. We want the record to show that
Let the record reflect.
Yes, we were correct in stating that Animaniacs during our last podcast had not been released yet. It did not become released until
in America.
Friday, November.
You can't. No, don't add no.
2020. I don't know what Super T Connection Face got, but Plastic and I were correct.
I have seen the first episode. That's all I'm saying. I've seen the first episode already.
That don't mean it's released. That just means you got some old bootleg fugazi shit.
Now you're gonna throw shade at me, Miss Fire Stick? Don't do that. Don't do that.
What are we talking about? Huh?
Just because I use my internet, don't try to put me down. I mean, granted, it had subtitles. I watched it.
No comment. I'm just not. All I'm gonna say is let the record reflect that we were right and Face was wrong. That's it. Wonder Woman 1984 Christmas Day. What's good?
Is it coming on my house? How they playing it? Is it like
It's gonna be streaming.
I mean, usually you say that we're supposed to go meet at the movies and review it afterwards.
We're gonna meet after. We're gonna meet afterwards. We'll do a review, you guys, but we're gonna have to do it. We'll meet afterwards after we all watch it. I think it's gonna be streaming on HBO Max.
okay? What is this HBO Max? Everybody speak.
But don't quote me on that, y'all. Please don't quote me on that.
Okay, wait, hold up. I know what HBO Max is.
Okay,
but
cool.
I have HBO and I believe I have Cinemax. But do I have to pay extra for HBO?
No, if you have HBO,
No.
you have
If you have one or the other, you just sign up for the app. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you just gotta download the app, and you log into it just like you would log into it. Like it uses whatever your cable login is.
It's for those of us that don't have cable boxes. HBO Max. That's what it is.
Okay.
Basically, yeah.
Which
was stupid to me, but whatever.
I mean, about time because they used to be separate. Like a bug.
But you can't download the app on the Fire Stick. So I still have to watch it on like my phone or the computer. Like that's stupid to me. Why can't I look at it on my Fire Stick?
But if I have a smart TV, can I access it through that way?
Probably. I don't know.
Samsung should have app for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the TV you got, but I'm just saying Samsung has app.
Wait a minute, hold up. Put a pin in that. Abby just stated that she has not seen the first Wonder Woman movie all the way through. Abby, like, do we need an intervention?
It's not on Amazon either. See, that's just stupid. I don't know why Abby hasn't watched it. I'm gonna let that go. I've used the first Wonder Woman in my U.S. history class because it takes place during World War One.
Yeah, World War One is no love for any.
Right, exactly. World War One is no love, and we don't watch the whole movie, but we watch scenes from the movie. And one of the scenes that I show my students is the scene where she's walking across no man's land.
The trench war.
Right. Because that's like a big part of World War One is the trench warfare and all of that. And
that was World War One.
Right. Yeah, that basically was it was like sitting in the trenches for 3 years. Okay. That pretty much was World War One. And so that scene with her going across no man's land, even though it's for the movie and she's doing all of this, but for them to get the idea of how people were sitting on both sides and there was like a football field between the two of them, and like I use it to show that visual.
The only warfare history thing I know, that's when tanks were invented for the U.S. That's when we started using tanks.
There were a lot of World War One actually had a lot of new weapons that had never been used in war before. You had the airplane, you had tanks, you had grenades, you had poisonous gas. All of those things were new. The machine gun, because they hadn't been invented. That was the first time. That was one of the things that led to when you think about the causes of World War. See, Lord, I don't went to teacher mode. When you think of the causes of World War One, that was one of them. The militarism, the buildup of the different military and all those weapons, and then they wanted to play with them. It's like having a Toys R Us at your disposal, but somebody saying you can't play with any of these toys. And the leaders were like, "But we've got all of these great toys.
But
I can't throw one grenade. Just one."
Let me kill a couple people.
Yeah, but World War One gets no love. It gets no love. It's not on Roku either. Yeah, see, that's my complaint about HBO Max is the accessibility of it. Like HBO Go was a separate app, and it was for the app thing, but you could still access it on the Fire Stick.
But someone just said they think that now it's available on Amazon.
Oh, it is. Then I'm gonna check it. Your Fire Stick.
Credit. Somebody just said.
Other that. Oh, let me update mine right now.
He said I think the app is available on Amazon.
Say it again. Say what again? What? Say what? Face? Say it again.
Not to update y'all stuff. I mean, mine's updated everywhere. My phone, Apple TV.
I mean, it might update on its own, but I have not physically gone in and updated nothing. No, sir. No, I have not.
Oh.
Now maybe if it updates on its own.
Okay.
Let me see. I don't see no HBO Max.
Oh.
But I'm gonna update it. Oh, there you go. Hey, there you go, HBO Max. I'm in there like somewhere now.
Where did that saying even come from?
Okay, so
Don't do me.
So wait a minute. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, so HBO Max. Do I have to go back and pay extra to see Wonder Woman 1984?
I don't know. I don't know HBO. No, HBO Max. If you have,
if you wait long enough, it'll be
you have HBO Max.
just like this.
Thank you, Alikala, and everybody who told me to check my app. Now, then I take back everything I said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Each Starkey. I'm not trying to pay Mulan prices.
Yeah, nah.
I'm not trying to like.
That's like
Yeah,
they're trying to make us pay for the movie, the popcorn, the soda.
Oh, it's not letting me download it.
And the nachos.
Right. All yeah. I'm not trying. I'm at home for a reason.
And I'm already at home. Like this, let me pay for the movie.
Okay, that's what I don't understand.
I paid $9.99. I paid $9.99 for the movie. I paid $9.99 for the movie.
I might even pay for
something if I can watch it early. All right, cool. But $30? Nah.
Yeah, I might even pay $14.99. But anything above that, y'all playing. I'll wait.
I thought that was a bit disrespectful for people who have, like, for somebody like myself. I do have Disney Plus, but I didn't care about Mulan.
But $30 and the dragon's not even going to be in it. Stop playing, man.
Yeah, but I do think that was real disrespectful to add a $20 on top of the fact that I'm already paying.
People pay it. Disney doesn't.
Oh, I know people pay.
Disney doesn't get it.
Mulan was 30. It was not 20. It was 30. It was 30, and I think it still is
$30. No, it's free now.
Yeah, no, it's not free now. It's still a charge. Sure? I'm almost.
It's free.
Let me check. I thought it was still.
Let me look because I haven't clicked on it yet. Because I'm like, whatever. This gonna be on TV before I watch it.
Commercials and everything.
Right. All of that.
Then I know it's free on the app. I can watch it without commercials. That's all I'm saying.
And I've been feeling the Disney Live movies. I watched The Lion King the other day just to say I've watched it. I don't like that woman's voice. I don't like that woman's voice. She shall remain nameless. I don't like her voice.
What?
In The Lion King. The singer who was in The Lion King.
Oh, you talking about Beyonce?
Yeah, her. I don't like her voice.
Yeah, what's up with the animosity?
Because you know what? I don't want to debate how being like, that lady. And she cool, but I just like her voice. But I think we still gotta pay for more.
Yes. Candyman. When is that coming back?
Candyman. Isn't that a movie?
Yeah,
They're remaking it.
They're remaking it.
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
Why not?
Because I never watched the first one.
Okay,
why Jesus? What in the name of Ralph? How have you not watched Candyman?
Wait, back up. What in the name of who?
Ralph.
You woman, hold on. Woman, ma'am.
Yes.
You do not get to question Miss, I never listened to R. Kelly 12 play. You don't get to no man.
Okay, hold up. Candyman was a good movie. R. Kelly is not a good singer. So I get a little leeway.
And we're talking about movies and a song. So it's not really the same thing. But okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so wait a minute. Mulan is coming to Disney Plus December 4th. For those of us who are waiting.
But I'm saying, all right, cool.
But Candyman is one of them.
Everybody, but I'm just saying though.
It's a cult classic.
Right. Classic.
What's the cult classic?
Candyman. Word. It
was a black horror film, like a black. And then the thing about it is, oh my God, I thought, honestly, I would have thought.
They made a video game out of Friday the 13th.
Shut up.
Candyman in a video game. That's all I'm saying. Wait, they didn't make it.
Oh my God, L-Love. I'm going.
What?
Wait, what? How are you?
L-Love ain't even.
Look, how old are y'all? Stop playing. How you?
Okay, no, the Candyman, it is. Candyman, I thought it was a remake because Candyman, there is a Candyman too that came out like in 90, 91, somewhere around there.
Yeah, that's a direct-to-video joint. That
It was okay, but Candyman,
the original,
it's about the original Candyman is about a slave who was tormented and tortured. Well, a little bit above more than the other slaves, a little bit more. Yeah. And
because I like how classes head went up like and
right. a little bit more, and then he I forgot how, but he got the ability to come back as kind of like he's like a Freddy Krueger type of dude, but he got this hook that they shoved in his hand.
They cut his hand off and put a hook in it.
They cut his hand off. They dripped him in honey. They covered him
with
meat.
He died slow.
Yeah, yeah. All because the plantation owner's daughter fell in love with him.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
But it's an urban movie though.
Yes.
I don't care.
And they went back in history. They got good lessons.
Yeah, that was surprised you haven't seen it, Classic.
It's a horror movie.
Oh,
yeah.
You into horror movies? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
But it's
I have in the past, but
I mean, watch that one.
After Freddy and Jason, I pretty much
You were done.
Yeah, but it's a real horror movie though.
And that's probably all the more reason why I don't need it in my life.
Now I'm not gonna lie. I pick and choose my horror movies. I'm not gonna sit here and fake. I pick and choose my horror movies. Y'all can keep the demons and the whatever's in the the enchantments and the whatever. Keep all that to yourself.
But those are the most fun. I like watching people fail because usually white people know. I'm sorry.
I did see Ouija and like some of the Annabelle stuff, but the movie Ouija, I saw that Ouija 1 and 2, which was actually good, and I saw Annabelle and some of the Annabelle how she whatever spun off from. I saw a couple of Annabelle. Okay, what gets me is the fact that Annabelle is a real doll that's being held in a house in Virginia that with other possessed items that the owners of the house have priests come to and do last rites and sacred rites over the house and over the items in it once a month to keep the spirits at bay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But it was one of those it's like I checked out like early. Like I watched it, but it was like I don't like this one.
I'm with
They're doing stuff that don't make no sense. Like what's cracking, and then you gonna just really all right, cool. So I checked out.
Yeah, I'm just like I can't. I don't do stuff like that. Just like the movie, what is it? Westminster or something. What is it? It's based on a house in Virginia. It's a place in Virginia. Winchester.
I don't think I've seen that one. I don't think.
I won't even watch the previews for it because there is a Winchester, Virginia. I'm not doing it.
I don't know. I don't
know how. I mean, everybody was talking about Desiree.
Now,
you swear if you ain't seen Candyman, but when it came out, like it was just like you had to watch it.
No, I didn't.
It was the movie.
Clearly, you didn't have to watch it because
clearly you didn't have to watch it because I ain't watched.
Now, I did not. The reason why I watched Candyman, I wasn't a big horror person back then. I'm still really not. But because it had the main character and it was a black guy, and I had just seen him. I think before that, I can't remember which one came out first, but I know he's in a remake of Night of the Living Dead.
I think he was in the original Night of the Living Dead. Like he was in the Night of the Living Dead.
A remake.
I've never seen that either.
Now I'm always down a good time.
All I know, like it was popular. Candyman, the first Candyman was popular because it was original. It was like an original horror character. We had Leatherface, Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger. Like everybody was out, but Candyman came out. It was a whole nother thing.
He did Night of the Living Dead in 1990. He came back and did Candyman in 1992.
That's what I'm saying. He was like in the I remember him in that because he died last. That's like he wasn't a zombie. They shot him, but he wasn't turned. They just shot him because he was black. Like
I've never seen that either. Night of the Living Dead.
He didn't. Oh, when he came out, yeah, that's right.
They came out, whatever. They just shot him. Bam, got one.
Yeah, because he was the only person that survived. They were mad.
Yeah, he was the only black dude that survived.
Yeah,
and that's set a precedence for black dudes not surviving in horror movies ever since.
Yeah, but the original Night Living Dead came out like in 19. It's in black and white. Yeah,
but I'm just.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but I didn't even. Yeah, the remake and all that, I didn't.
Yeah, You know what? It's not a horror movie, but a movie I love. And I've seen all four, and I watched my game. The Purge.
Yeah, it's not a horror movie.
It's not a horror movie, but it's a thriller. I like stuff like that. Not Return of the Living Dead.
Yo, the Return of the Living Dead. Yeah, that was now that's a dark comedy.
Yeah, that's a dark comedy.
That's a dark comedy.
Yeah.
I've never seen any of these movies you guys are speaking of.
Hellraiser is my jam.
I've never seen
the first one and the second one. After that, they went left. But the first two, whoo, gangster.
Now I saw the first two Jeepers Creepers. I saw the first two, and I think I saw
those movies. You talk about a terrible. Now those are some horrible movies.
What?
Jeepers Creepers.
The first one was cool. The second one didn't really have to be made. To be honest,
Jeepers Creepers didn't have to be made.
The first one was cool because it was just a new thing. The third one, which I think was just released on Netflix.
Because there's a fourth one, right? I think I've seen I think I've seen three, and if there's a fourth one, because my husband watches them. But I like really intimately watched the first and the second.
Wait, there's another Hellraiser movie coming out?
Right.
Because Penny formed the band, because I know that the last movie, the dude that brought him back was in a club and he was in a band, but that was a long time ago.
Wait a minute, what?
Like,
I watched Hellraiser. I thought Pinhead was Hellraiser.
That was Hellraiser Pinhead.
Well, Pinhead was in Hellraiser. Like, he's the dude that everybody remembers from Hellraiser, but Hellraiser was the title of the movie.
I know that, but he's the main character. But she said that Hellraiser and movie and Pinhead formed a band. How he formed a band? What? He's a hard. Sharknado is a cult classic.
Yo, you know what?
Sharknado is when you get snowed in and you got good food and you bored.
I watched it, the first one, halfway through, and I was like, you know what? I paused the movie, got up. I'm like, I got a bottle in here somewhere. And do I have any edibles? Because look here, this is this is not a movie that's supposed to take seriously. This is not a movie that's supposed to take seriously. Because I was in that joint like, I'm like, wait a minute. Nope. This one of them sci-fi movies from the Sci-Fi Network. Them straight to video joints. Cool. It was funny as hell though.
The first two, honestly, I think are the best. By the time they got to 5, it just became stupid. I was just like,
because everybody wanted to be in it. It was like everybody was a guest appearance. Like it was a guest appearance for everyone that was in it.
Yeah.
Like they had like morning TV hosts in the joint and
Salt and Pepper was in it.
Salt and Pepper was in it.
Salt and Pepper was in it. What the hell?
The second one.
Howard Stern did a stint. Open Anthony, the radio host, did a stint, and it was like
between the 5 Sharknadoes, I'm talking about just about any actor. Because I even think David Hasselhoff was in one of them. I mean, just
I remember it. I remember that.
And then they brought in
Sharknado.
What's your girl? Damn it. I can't think of the chick that dated 50 Cent for a second.
Vivica Fox.
Vivica Fox, they brought her in to try to be a serious character on the joint. That was hilarious.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Why is this happening? I'm like, why is this happening right now? She's trying to be gangster in this joint.
She know what.
Well, she trying to be gangster in what was that Quentin Tarantino movie?
Kill Bill?
Yeah, remember she tried to be gangster in Kill Bill.
Maybe that was the character in Kill Bill. It was over the top.
Smitty said that Sharknado ruined Tara Reid's career. Sweetie, that wasn't hard.
I'm about to say Tara Reid's career.
Tara Reid ruined Tara Reid's career.
Yes, yeah,
that wasn't hard. Sharknado is just one of them things where, if you ain't got nothing else to do, and again, you snowed in.
All right, little baby. You maybe go back and watch one of them joints because I was like, all right, cool. You got it. No, I got you.
Okay, Sharknado is a sci-fi original movie. So if you know anything about sci-fi, that tells you right there where it's going to go. Sharknado is about a funnel a tornado, or well, technically it would have been a hurricane.
But technically, it's supposed to be like a perfect storm of tornadoes that happen.
That formed in the middle of the ocean.
During the season that it happens, we're doing a shark migration.
Yes.
And the tornadoes have sharks in them. Basically. That's basically what it is.
It'll be a lot of snow, Ella. I mean, honestly, if you watch the first two, you kind of good. After that, like Face is saying,
you're just watching for comedy.
Who can we get in there just to have in a movie? The first two have more of a story.
Right. You should like if you're watching from 3 on, you should have a bingo board of who's who in a joint to check it off.
Yes, I have some shots with you. Yeah. It's literally a stupid movie.
Yo, Vivica Fox was in Idle Hands. Try to play gangster nun.
Yeah, she's another talent.
Idle Hands was a good movie though. That shit was hilarious. That's a dark.
Really,
that is a dark comedy.
It is. It is.
What is that? What movie?
Idle Hands.
Idle Hands.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
No, you know.
Teenager, his hands get possessed.
No, only one hand.
Was just the one?
Yeah, it's just one hand.
Yeah, I can promise y'all I never seen that.
It's a lot of little movies that come up.
Probably a 5th grader, maybe a 6th grader.
Maybe a 6th grader. Yeah.
Wrote that.
Yeah, I just think it's a sci-fi movie. Like you can't expect anything from sci-fi movies other than laughter. I think they noticed at this point. I think they realized
they remake blockbuster movies and give them shitty titles.
Yeah. Seth Green probably was in it.
No, he was. Seth Green was in the joint.
I've seen all 5, so I couldn't even tell you the plot.
No, Idle Hands.
Oh, in Idle Hands. Oh,
he was in it.
Long time ago.
Because he pulled off yeah, he was in. Yeah, I remember him.
The guy who played the main character. This 1999. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. You still on
that's a long time ago.
You still
Devin how do you say his last name? Devin Sawyer? Devin Sawyer? How do you say his name?
Sure. Yep. Sounds right.
He was in Final Destination. Casper. Yeah.
Casper? Like the friendly ghost?
The original Casper with Christina Ricci, he came back as Cat. Have you seen that at the end when Casper comes back as a real boy?
Yeah, the right man real at the end. Yeah.
Like Pinocchio?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mama Casper.
I mean, if you want to put a reference, yeah, kind of like they made him a real boy.
Yeah, they made a live movie about Casper the Friendly Ghost. At the very end of the movie, the girl, Christina Ricci, played the girl who lived in his house, and she threw a party. And at the very, very end, he was granted like this one final wish before he crossed over, and it was a turn back into his actual physical form, so he could have a dance with her and be her date.
Yep. It's a kids movie.
Yeah, it's a kids movie.
Granted, I watched it when I had kids, but all right, cool.
You said you watched that before you had kids.
I'm just,
Alrighty then. Well, you guys, we can already get up out of here.
Word, you gonna do us like that? All right, never mind.
I mean, I don't know how we top Casper. I don't know how we're gonna top Casper. We will definitely be here to do a review of Wonder Woman 1984 because y'all know I love me some Wonder Woman.
Yes, there was a Pinocchio horror movie.
There was, yeah.
That's crazy.
Shouldn't have been made.
The Pinocchio was possessed?
Yeah. I did watch the new Chucky movie.
They did, yeah. This is going to be the last season of Black Lightning, but I'm okay with that because Black Lightning lost me somewhere halfway through last season, and I think I've seen like maybe 2 or 3 episodes of Black Lightning. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. But there's supposed to be a spinoff of the dude, the dude, I forget his name. I know Face knows his name. But they're gonna do a spinoff of the guy, the boyfriend, the one that got his spine ripped out.
Yeah, I checked out of the show season 1.
Yeah. So like I was forcing myself to finish up season 2. I mean, whatever that last season was, I think it was season 3. It just wasn't.
Wait a minute, he got his spine ripped out and he get a spinoff?
Yeah, because they built him up. He's like,
Yeah, it's Comedy World, so it's got like, yeah,
He the man now. He the Bond
yeah,
man.
he's like subhuman at this point. Like he knows 500 different fighting, like all sorts of karate, jiu-jitsu, and all of that. Like they gave him this thing to build him. But listen. Again, I checked out.
Wait a minute, hold up. It's his name.
That's his name. Thank you,
Wait a
Zane.
minute, he got no sponsors named Painkiller.
yeah. And he's a major character in DC, but it's the production took me out like in the first season. I watched it, but it's like after that, at the end, it was like
Speaking of superheroes, I just read somewhere recently that the new Spider-Man is coming out, Miles Morales.
I don't want another. I don't want.
No. Spider-Man Miles Morales is the Black Spider-Man from Into the Spider-Verse.
Right.
But classic. I think they have a new movie coming out for the Into the Spider-Verse. But in the movie, they have a street dedicated to Chadwick Boseman.
Okay.
Don't do that.
That's not going to make me want another Spider-Man movie. We got 20 of them. I'm good.
It's a
and the fact that Miles is black, I get it. That's great, but I don't want it.
You don't got to watch it just like you don't have to watch Candyman.
Did you bring up Candyman?
How about that?
I probably will watch neither. Yeah.
I'm loving Miles Morales because it's a nice young. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I watched Into the Spider-Verse like 2 or 3 times. I think I watched it each time with one of my kids and once by myself.
I have seen it this many times.
How do you? Miles Morales is gangster as hell.
Yes.
He the only Spider-Man with a father. Come on.
Oh, that is so true. He got a mommy and a daddy. No black boy.
He's the only one with parents. He's the only Spider person with parents.
Right. He go to
black parents at that.
And he black. Yeah.
They got jobs and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, his mom was Puerto Rican, but I'm just saying.
She black. She had black in her. She black.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, like I said, I like the fact that we got a black Spider-Man, but other than that, yeah, I'm good.
I mean, he's been around. Miles Morales been around since the 90s. They just brought him out to the general public. Made it mainstream. He's been out.
It's not a sequel. They're following the comic book. Then I don't. Okay, I'm not.
They're not. If you watch Into Spider-Verse, they're not creating another Spider-Man. It's more of an alternate universe because they show you all the different Spider-Man. It's kind of incorporating how Stan Lee and his partner broke up and sold all the Spider-Mans, and they're trying to bring it back together. It's a pretty cool concept.
That's great. Let me know how that works out.
We'll let you know. We'll invite you on, and me and Mink will review it.
There you go. That's it.
Yes.
That'll work. I'm okay with that.
Okay, cool.
All right, so we'll end on the Spider-Man, y'all. Thank y'all for
I have a question. 2 questions. Well, question and sub-question. Wonder Woman 1984. When does it come out, and when do we plan on watching to review it?
What? I didn't hear the first question. What?
Wonder Woman come out.
I done said 20 times Christmas Day.
I'm sorry. I don't associate Christmas with anything. I'm sorry. I got to okay. And then when are we planning on reviewing it?
I mean, sometime before New Year's.
Okay.
Xavier, they don't need to recast in the comics, his sister takes over anyway.
Yeah, they just have to figure out how. Now, what I'm confused at is originally when he first died in August, they stated that they were just going to continue to shoot around what they already had. Now they just announced, I think yesterday, that they're going to start reshooting pretty soon. They're going to start shooting pretty soon. They did announce that they're not going to do a digital overlay of his face the way they did the guy from Fast and Furious, I think his name right, Paul Walker. They're not doing a digital overcast. So I'm interested to see how the storyline is going to play out. Are they going to have any parts of him in there? How are they going to handle his death?
Like they can literally redo the movie, like continue it on with his sister.
But they still have to explain his death of his presence.
You know, they can put it in, like they can put it in, but it's like, you know, it's possible.
Because like in Fast and Furious, have they technically said that Paul Walker died yet?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll find out in the next movie.
And the next 5, he'll be dead.
Nah, I mean, there's one supposedly that was filming. I seen that, you know, before Rona. Because
they said this is the last Fast and Furious anyway.
Because John Cena is supposed to play Vin Diesel's brother.
Who?
John Cena, the wrestler, supposed to play Vin Diesel's brother.
The non-acting wrestler.
Yes. I mean,
this is the last.
He's playing his younger brother or something like that.
With John Cena in it, whether they want it to be, whether they want it to be or not, it will be the last Fast and Furious with John Cena in it. I'm sorry.
Like George Clooney and Batman. Like that's how you doing it?
No,
don't do George Clooney like that. Don't do that.
Yeah. George Clooney made a good Bruce Wayne. Don't do that.
Yeah, he made a terrible Batman though.
He did a lot better than Michael Keaton. Let's be for real. Beetlejuice in a bat suit, don't get it from me.
All right, cool. So I'm sorry, classic. We was gonna wrap this up. Cool. All right, cool. We done, right? All right, cool.
All right, you guys. So next week is Thanksgiving. I don't know if we're gonna be doing any cyber shopping and all of that. But we'll check back in sometime in the next week or so, you guys. Everybody have a great holiday, a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for being here. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate the love. Anybody, Mink, Face, I got anything to say?
Just stay safe, guys. Like Classic opened up with, it ain't worth it for real. I'm doing it with my four I, not the 4 I created, but my family of 4. We just want to keep it real. I saw a perfect meme the other day. It said something about basically doing a virtual Thanksgiving now allows you to have another Christmas and New Year's later on. So keep that in mind as opposed to trying to feel the need to be with everybody. We all want to be with our people, like connecting and things like that. However, we want to not just for one day. Thanksgiving is a day marked on the calendar, an arbitrary day somebody picked and put on the calendar.
Exactly. You can always have Thanksgiving dinner in 6 months when it's safe. You can be with your whole family and all of that good stuff. So
yeah, I gotta send off. So if somebody roll up on you while you're doing your DJ set, and they roll up on you with no mask on, you turn up, look at them, and be like, "Really,
bitch? Go ahead, Face.
I know that's right.
Okay. All right, y'all. Peace.
Stay safe.
Boy.